Hello, I'm Sudarshana Starshine Star. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here with me on this beautiful Thursday morning. It's June 19th, 2025. I do have a YouTube channel called It's the Dazzling of the Light. You can type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star to access my over 230 clips there now on a variety of hot and spicy and juicy, interesting topics. I really don't do the boring or mundane stuff. I don't like to do that. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Why not join my YouTube channel? It's pretty fun. And this series that I'm doing, this will be called Exclusive Virginia Giuffre's Dead Man Switch Part 5. Yes, Part 5. I begin all of my clips with the 3 opening prayers, which are short. They're in Sanskrit and Telugu, and I do this to bless, uplift, purify, and protect you, me, and this clip. They are the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. Just listen, this is very powerful. It's not about religion, spirituality. Ancient Vedic knowledge is not about religion. It's for everyone. Om, 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmahi Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharataram Vishnum, Sashivarnam Chatubhujam, Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarva Vignupashantaye. Om Bhur Bhuva Suvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhako Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachotayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Excellent. So I left off at the last clip. I was talking about what Ladyboy Gaga, or who was born Stephen Gerblecki, yes, a biological male, a Baphomet. The Satanics worship a form of Satan called Baphomet. As you can see in the goat-headed statue that has female breasts and an erect male phallus, with 2 fingers pointing up and 2 fingers pointing down, meaning as above, so below. Just look that up for yourself. It's called a Baphomet. It's not the only form of Satan that they worship, but it's very easily recognizable. So they invert male to female, female to male. They've been doing this for a very long time. Even though, as I've mentioned, the Satanics, they keep their nether regions. So if it's a Baphomet, like Ladyboy Gaga, who was born Stephen Gerblecki, owned by the Disney Corporation, he kept his male undercarriage. They just get, boob jobs and a lot of feminization processes, nose jobs and jaw shaving, Adam's apple shaving, rib removal, oftentimes injections of fat to give the illusion of hips, lots of things that they do. And you can see very successfully what they're just called normies, or average people that get these surgeries. And you can imagine, much less when you have millions of dollars to spend on a prize like a Hollywood celebrity or a musician or a royal or someone in high position of name, fame, and power and prestige. Anyway, so what I was talking about what Ladyboy Gaga's red lace dress really was, that he appeared in at the 2009 MTV Music Video Awards. And I mentioned his mentor, Marina Abramovich, who was really Michael Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's older brother. And potentially, I don't have the proof of this, but it is said that Michael Maxwell was the biological father of Stephen Gerblecki, who's known as Ladyboy Gaga. So that, I'm going to show in the thumbnail here, I'm going to show that Lady Gaga's dress. You can see it. There was a 2011 MOCA, M-O-C-A event. It's the Modern Museum in Los Angeles. There was a very crazy satanic event that was so crazy. It was supposedly featuring and created by the quote, the artist, Marina Abramovich. But you can look at it for yourself. Go look at it. Don't use Google or Wikipedia. Use independent browsers. There's still a lot of pictures up about it. It was incredibly satanic, and that was only what you saw publicly. What happened afterwards is so horrific. They had they paid everyone there. Maybe it's a lot of them you don't recognize, but there's a lot of major celebrities that you will recognize there when you see them. And they were naked models laying on daises and with skeletons on top of them. There were several life-size cakes made out of red velvet cakes, so when you cut into it, they were all anatomically correct, the male and female ones exactly, so that when they were with large butcher knives, the artist known as Deborah Harry, who used to be in a band called Blondie, who was also a biological male, another Baphomet in a very hideous red dress and very crazy acting with huge butcher knives, raising up as Marina Abramovich was cackling, whatever, over these things and slicing into these anatomically correct life-size cakes that were made with red velvet. So that you cut into them, it literally looked like you were dissecting a human, and giving these slabs out to people. And they were made, the spirit cooking, their ingredients included such things as semen, as breast milk, as urine, other foul things that Marina Abramovich has also advertised in what's called spirit cooking. And spirit cooking is really about what they do with humans, babies, and children, because these aren't just pedophiles, they're pedivores. They are cannibalistic, and they do eat the human flesh. And that's been going on for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So why I'm mentioning that is, go look at that Mocha event. You'll be sad to see some of your favorite stars that aren't around anymore, even if it appears that they are, through CGI or clones or sometimes doubles with face masks. They're very valuable property. And these corporations, these Khazaria Mafia, who were called JEWS, but they were fake JEWS. They're satanic. They're not righteous Hebrews. They worship Satan in their homes and in their temples. And Jesus called them out. He called them Synagogue of Satan. It's the same group. They were the ones that were created Hollywood and running Hollywood. They weren't the bosses. No, they weren't the top bosses. And they they own the likenesses, the AI, artificial intelligence likenesses, the everything, voice patterning, the people that go to name and fame that sign these contracts in blood. It's called selling your soul to the devil, literally. These corporations, even when these celebrities or musicians or whomever they are not on the earth anymore, the corporations have clones of them, and if the clones run out, they use AI. And you can see in so many movies now, there are no humans involved. You think, oh, why does Ryan Reynolds look that way? Why does Will Ferrell look that way? What's about that movie Napoleon? Why does the whole thing, there's not a human inside? It's all AI used, and you can tell by the purgatory Hades feel of it. Anyway, so go look up that Mocha event, 2011, and you'll see that even though they paid so much money, each plate, like you do at quote-unquote these foundational or charity events, what they were given was pasta, just noodles, pasta on a plate with some walnuts. And if you know what the official FBI pedo code is, pasta is the code for little boy, little boy. Hot dogs are for little boys that are a little bit older, like maybe 7 to 11 years old, and the babies and toddlers, whatever, it's called pasta. And that also references Madonna Ciccone's song that he was singing just before he had his military tribunal and capital punishment for crimes against humanity. That crazy thing that he made called "There's No More Pasta," fried fish. I mean, I've talked about it before. Go on my YouTube channel under the Controller series or the Real. You'll find out what that's about. Maybe I have to talk about it again on another series. So that Mocha event, it was just so sick. And what would happen afterwards? So on the plate, so the pasta is that, and the walnuts are the satanic pedivores code for the pineal gland, because they do eat that. It's also part of their extraction of the first part called adreno, second part chrome, and they call it the walnut. And also when walnuts are present, that also means that children of color will be offered afterwards in the secret ceremonies that you don't see of all their satanic, pedophile, pedivore, terrible rituals that involve a lot of blood, including drinking of that and all kinds of things. So go check that out. I got to continue on. It's getting to the next part, so go continue on to part 6. God bless you and yours. I'm sending much love and big hugs to you and yours. I'll see you when I see you, and bye-bye for now.